this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, so I'm here today to do the lovely Rachel over at Roxy Creations to do her weekly challenge. And this week, I've forgotten now what week number we're up to, but anyway, it's way in. And I haven't done one of hers for ages, but she was doing envelope pockets or pocket envelopes. And I just thought, oh, they look amazing and, you know, very cool. So, yeah, I thought handy one to have in my stash. Now, I've got a whole bunch of things here that I've got left over from other projects. So I'm going to kind of try and use up some of those papers. Most are printed on pretty thick card, it's got to be said. So mine are going to be slightly different to Rachel's, you know, except for the ones that are printed on copy paper, if that makes sense. But, yeah, that's kind of in the minority rather than the majority. So the ones that are printed on, you know, copy paper, I'm going to back with some sheet music. So I'm just going to go round now just with my glue. And again, you know, I'm really not too worried. I'm just going around as close as I can get kind of to the edge. Obviously, when I cut these down, I'm probably going to cut them down slightly anyway, because otherwise they're going to be enormous. Oh gosh, sorry, I've already got glue problems now. Oh. My daughter's had my glue again, and yeah, I have no idea now where my glue is, you know, that's in the Sugar Bell bottles. So, and of course she's at school, so it's not like I can ask her. So yeah, I'm kind of having to just make do now with my glue in its original bottle. And now I look back and I think, oh gosh, how did I ever cope before I came across those? Well, not came across, I didn't come across them before I, you know, learned about them from Tracy Fox. So yeah, please don't think I'm trying to say I found them or discovered them. No way. But what did I do before I ever heard that tip and, you know, got some? Because this is just, oh, so annoying, I must say. Right, so yeah, let's just cover this with some sheet music. I'm just going to do it this way because I can then a bit more easily see, you know, that the paper's up the right way. So let's just give that a quick spread with my glue spreader. Yeah, so I mean, most of mine is printed on pretty thick you know, card, to be honest, so they're going to be a bit different to Rachel's. Oh, excuse me. Whose were printed you know, on, well, or were using thinner paper. But, you know, I just figured, well, these are going to work either way. So, you know, I think they're going to just turn out absolutely fine anyway. I'm just going to, yeah, take this in here. And this is just a printable that I was mucking about with whilst I'm trying to make printables, you know, and get them just right. Obviously, it ends up with a lot of, you know, like wastage that then I don't end up using. So, yeah, this is just one of those pieces. I'm just wondering actually whether I could put this in the inside, which is one of those, yeah, which is one of my kind of handmade papers, I guess. So, yeah, let's just do that. You know, instead of always having like the sheet music, why not just use some of our made papers? Oh, come on, you have got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm so sorry about this, guys. I might have to switch the camera off and, you know, do this quickly and then come back when I've got working glue or when I've got my pages glued together, just to spare you the painful process of watching me fiddle around with my glue every 2 seconds. I mean, this is a brand new bottle, I have to say. Absolutely brand new. So it's got no reason to be playing up whatsoever. I'm sure that this glue did not used to be this bad. Whether they've made those holes a lot smaller or whether the glue itself has kind of got thicker, I'm not too sure. But definitely, I'm pretty sure it didn't used to be this bad, because, you know, I probably wouldn't have ever got using it, to be honest, if it had been as terrible as this all the time. So I would say those Sugar Bell icing bottles, they're almost like an essential if you're going to be gluing a lot, because you can't be doing this every 2 seconds, can you? Right, okay, I'm just going to switch the camera off. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. Just very, very irritating, to be honest. And yeah, I just thought, oh, I'm sure you don't want to have to sit watching me trying to get my glue out. So, yeah, I've glued these together now, and I've actually cut them as well. So hopefully a little bit less kind of for you guys to have to watch. Now I've got obviously as well these, which like I say, these are kind of pre-printed, and you know, these are on quite thick card. So again, just going to chop off where my printer's playing up at the moment and not printing borderless. So yeah, I seem to have multiple things kind of not really working at the moment. So yeah, just take those little slithers off, and again, just going to take this off. I mean, partly obviously it's got that slightly edge, you know, slight edge showing, but mainly because I don't want it to be like really, really, really long. Okay, so I've got that one. These are from my Christmas kit, which I've just finally finished my little kind of series that I have been doing using it. So hopefully the launch will be out in the next couple of days, or it could have possibly even been out by now. You know, I'm not quite sure, you know, on my filming kind of upload schedule. So yeah, it will either have already been out or it's coming out pretty soon. So, but these are just like overspills that again, I had kind of left over, you know, for one reason or another. And yeah, I thought that again, might as well use them. And obviously I've picked the ones that are neutrally, so not the ones that are smothered in obviously Christmas images, because I've actually finished my Christmas project now, and I would then, you know, not really have any use for them. So yeah, I've just picked the ones that you know, are really just neutral type pieces. Right, so what did Rachel do? She, oops, right, just need to decide, yeah, if I'm going to be using this like this. She made these with a long flap, if you see what I mean, and then a little pocket. So for this one, for instance, I'm going to have it like this. Do I want it like this? I'm just kind of thinking, how do I make use of that? Because this obviously printed wrongly in my printer, which was why I thought, oh, I might be able to use this. But you know, I'm now looking and thinking, I'm not so sure I can. Right, might scrap this one. Let me just bring in another one then that we can just use instead. So, okay, well, I don't want to do all the same ones. So yeah, let's go for this one. Right, okay. So how did she do this? She folded her flap down first, but I guess it probably doesn't really matter. She folded her flap down first, and then she folded the bottoms up. Now these envelopes had a massive, great big long flap like this, then a small pocket. I mean, actually pretty small. I mean, a one or two, I thought, oh, that's titchy pocket, you know. So yeah, very, very tiny pockets like this. And then she obviously slotted another piece of paper in here to be a second pocket, if that makes sense. So like for instance here, she would then slot another piece of paper in to make up a second pocket inside the envelope. So I'm just having a look. I mean, this isn't ideal necessarily to use this music sheet, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, probably will be okay. So, oh gosh, I'm gonna be back to the glue saga, I'm afraid. So I should just apologise now in advance. Just going to go straight across the top there. Okay, get some glue all around. Now, obviously, I'm going to be stitching these in. I don't think she stitched hers, but yeah, I thought that I would stitch mine. So, you know, I don't need to worry too much, because obviously they're going to be stitched on the edges. I just need to be careful at the top, because I probably won't be stitching the top, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, now look what I've done. Got now blue from the inked up pages that I've done. Oh well, probably doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's going to be my envelope piece, like that. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue this here on the yeah, on the side, just so it's held in place slightly when I get to the, I was going to say printer, to the sewing machine. And then I will probably trim this all down anyway, but I just want it all to be held in place when I first get there. So as I, you know, in case I drop them or anything, I know then what's going where. So that's the first one. Right, let's make the second one. So this one, obviously, as you can see, it's using the same paper, if you see what I mean. So, you know, right. So she would have brought this down for her flap. Isn't it weird how you see people do things, they make it look so easy. I mean, she just made it look so simple. And now I'm sat here thinking, oh, did she do that? What did she do? Straight away flummoxed. I have discovered that actually I don't seem to really be able to follow instructions all that brilliantly. Yeah, I get very thrown off very quickly and easily. So I'm just going to cut this red down. Cut it across there. Because although this is red, you know, it's hopefully not going to be too Christmassy. And then we could just make a sort of reddish pocket in there. So, you know, it's quite a good use of obviously bits that, you know, I wasn't able to actually use because they hadn't been printed properly, if you see what I mean. So again, just going to go in with some glue just to hold it together until I get to the printer. And then again, I'm going to cut this down. I'm not going to leave it quite as big as this. So yeah, let's just kind of do that with a few of them. So we've got this one. Don't need to worry at all about this one because it's literally the same paper front and back, which makes it lovely and straightforward. Okay, and then again, just fold my bottom pocket up like that. And then actually I could use the piece here with the script, I think, as that middle pocket. I'm actually thinking, shall I have it this way round? I know that's a bit of a waste of paper, but I could then have the text up the right way, which, you know, would be better, wouldn't it? So yeah, let's kind of just take that down there. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to cut the whole envelope then widthwise, so it's going to be quite small, short envelope. Okay, so again, just kind of gluing this in place. You know, again, just so as I've got a guide really when I get to the printer. You know, because otherwise, nothing worse than when you get to the printer, all your bits moving around. Which, of course, that does happen sometimes, doesn't it? So why do I keep calling it the printer? I mean the sewing machine. So sorry, I mean the sewing machine. So that's those. Yep, right. Then we've got the ones that we did with the sheet music inside. So again, what we could do, we could have the sheet music on the outside and then the pretty paper on the inside. Or we could obviously have, like, oh, surprise, you know, sheet music inside. I think maybe this one, weirdly, actually, I think sheet music on the outside, just because I'm preferring the paper. You know, obviously this is an inked piece, so some sections are nicer than others, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just kind of happen to prefer what's on the bottom or the top, whichever way up it was. I can't really remember. So we've got that one, and then I've got this, which I could use as the inner pocket. Now, she also did this kind of nifty trick of just literally folding over like that, just along the top edge. And then, you know, run a bit of glue down. Again, I know you're probably thinking, why is she running it right the way along? Doing that because I don't know quite which section of the paper I'm going to use for the pocket. So if I glue right the way along, I've got the option then of anywhere. So like that. So you've got a strong pocket. She also put thumb holes in hers, which I guess, you know, you could do. I don't think I'm going to, but yeah, you could. So again, just going to glue this down here on the edge. Like that. Okay, so I'm just putting them all to the side to take to the sewing machine in a moment. So we'll just do this one. Now, oh, this one I used that printable. Yeah, I think I want it this way. Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? So, yeah, let's just fold that over here. Like that. I mean, I know loads of people are doing the Rachel challenge now, aren't they? And, you know, I really love watching everyone. You know, I haven't deliberately not joined in. I've just been quite busy and not kind of had a chance to do it. But yeah, when I saw these this morning, I thought, you know what? I've just that second finished my Christmas stuff. I probably could squash that in. So, yeah, wanted to come along and join in this week. Right, now on the inside, what should we have on the inside? I've got obviously some sheet music here, so we could have some sheet music, but we might find that then we've got a little bit too many different papers going on. I could use some book page. I know that's still the same number of different pieces going on, but I think what I'm trying to say is sheet music is very like in your face, isn't it? It's quite black looking, you know, where like sometimes book page is just that fraction more subtle than the sheet music. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at with that and what I'm thinking. So again, just going to kind of glue this down. This is kind of vintage book page, and to be honest, it's a little bit on the brittle side, so I just have to be a bit careful that it's not going to, you know, tear and break. So just, yeah, didn't want to kind of squish that too hard. Let's just cut that down like that. Okay. Oops, might need to cut it down slightly more actually. Okay, so it's nice, doesn't it? So let's again just glue that in, you know, literally just so that I've got some sort of guide when I get to the sewing machine. So yeah, like that. Okay, and then we've got our last piece now with the sheet music, and I think this was on the green the other side. So oh, how scrumptious is that? Now again, do we want the green on the inside, or do we want the sheet music on the inside? I mean, I have to say I love that colour. Oh, do you know what? I can't help but think actually I would quite like the kind of striking appearance of the green on the inside. So yeah, gonna kind of do it the like reverse of how you'd expect. So like that. Again, just fold up for our pocket like that. Okay, and to be honest, I've probably got some of this green printed on card. Yep. I mean, like I say, this is all just like overspill from, you know, my Christmas project that I haven't actually used. So, yeah, I might as well use some of it here. Okay, just take that down. Okay, just going to tear that across. Okay, how scrummy is that? So again, just kind of glue that in on the side just to hold it in place until I get to the sewing machine. And yeah, then I can stitch around them and trim them down. So I will be back. I'll only be a moment. Right, I'm so sorry about that. It's actually the next day now. My friend turned up kind of just as I was stitching the envelopes. So yeah, it's actually the next day. So these are the envelopes, and I've obviously stitched around them on the sewing machine, and then I trimmed them down because obviously a lot of them were a little bit on the big side. So I've trimmed them down, and you can probably see, I'm just going to show you kind of what I decided to do was I started out, I was stitching right the way around, which obviously was stitching this pocket. Now that made that pocket pretty tiny. So what I ended up doing was, for the last few, I just stitched either side, if you see what I mean. I didn't then stitch across the bottom because I just thought that would actually make that pocket just a little bit too small, I think, for using. Well, I mean, you could still use it, but I mean, obviously you'd be very limited to what you could put in that pocket. So yeah, I started out, obviously, as you can see, so 1 or 2 have got the stitched bottom, but then once I kind of, you know, made a few more, I thought, actually, that's just going to be too small. So yep, that's my envelopes. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the other thing that I did, I've forgotten to put my timer on, so hold on a minute. Right, I just wanted to check how long I had filmed for previously because I hadn't made a note of that. So it was actually 15 minutes, which is quite nice because it means I've got half an hour now left to play around with the envelopes. So let's just do them kind of one at a time. I'm just going to start with this one. It's nice neutral colours. Now I've brought along a couple of bits and pieces that I could use to decorate. These things here I have done in a video that will be coming up soon. It's part of the, you know, Christmas kind of series that I'm going to be running in the countdown to Christmas. So it will just be the last 12 days. So I guess it will be, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I'm guessing it will be the 12th to the 24th. But I need to actually double check. But yeah, I will put a trailer out before I actually release the series so that you all know kind of what's going on, because I always think that's helpful to know what's coming up. But yeah, so these things will actually be, you know, kind of on there, you know, once that video goes up. So let's just quickly decorate up a couple of these envelopes. So I've got my, sorry, I'm actually having my cup of tea at the moment as well, so a bit naughty. I've got my blendy tool here. Let me just change the pad because this was from something else I'd been doing. So I just put the brown one back on and we just use the walnut stain. Oops, I said walnut stain and now I'm grabbing rusty hinge. So yeah, right, actually I'm going to put that out the way completely before I do grab that in by mistake, because you know me, it's very likely. So just going to ink around this. So yeah, making these will be coming up you know, during that series. So yeah, just keep your eyes kind of peeled for that. Now I'm going to round the corners. I have bought a new corner rounder. More actually, I mean, my corner rounder probably does need replacing. But the reason I actually bought this is because it's a much bigger one. So my corner rounder was the small one. I'll just show you, it's very, very messy and obviously looks disgusting compared to my new one. But can you see the size difference there? So yeah, I've bought a new one with big corners just because actually I think there's quite often when you do need kind of bigger corners. I mean, like this obviously envelope, I mean, it's quite big. So I guess technically, you know, it's a bit weird to then have really tiny corners, isn't it? So just going to go in and ink all around the edges there. Okay. There we go. And then obviously I'm just going to ink around the back, you know, because they're in, sorry, lost my words again. The chances are, you know, this is going to go as a pull-out piece rather than a, you know, a glued down piece. So I'm going to decorate the back and the front so that I've got, you know, something going on that's nice on either side. Obviously I need to ink the inside as well because, you know, of course it's an opening envelope. So yeah, let's just ink all around the inside as well. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you are doing some crafting, having a nice time. I apologise if I've already said that because obviously it's been overnight. I can't remember what I have been waffling on about previously in the video yesterday. But yeah, it's a right grey day today here. It's It's not really cold. In fact, it's very mild for this time of year, but oh, it's just one of those drab grey, rubbishy looking days. It just, yeah, couldn't be more rubbishy looking. I hate those drab days. They're just very boring, aren't they? You know, at least if it's actually raining or something, it's got something about it. When it's just drab and grey, it's kind of like nothing, isn't it? It's just, you know, neither here nor there. Can't make up its mind at all. So, yeah, it's just one of them days. So I quite like that on there. Now, when I do my series that I've got coming out, you'll obviously see what's happened to this. So in case you're thinking, oh my gosh, that just looks terrible. Yes, it does look terrible. You're absolutely right. It was just one of those things that just went horribly wrong. And yeah, there was kind of no coming back from it. Let me just see if I've got anything kind of laying around here that I could, you know, just cover it with a little bit to make it look a bit better. So, I mean, we could have a kind of little bunch of things going on, couldn't we? That might be quite nice. Maybe even kind of move it. Yeah, I might kind of just do it like that, to be honest. Oh, I don't know now. You know when you first put something there and you just kind of plonk it there and you think, oh yeah, that looks good. And then you move it and actually you can never get it quite back to looking as nice as you thought the very first time you put it there. It's a bit what's going on here. I've got that clock face. Let me just, I'm going to cut it away from the, you know, from the pocket watch so that it's just a clock. Let's just see if this would go anywhere. Yeah, so I'm hoping I'm going to upload this at the weekend. So if it is the weekend, I hope you're all having a nice time. Oh, the weekends just come around so quickly, don't they? I mean, thankfully, you know, it's nice, isn't it? I love it when you don't have to rush and do the school run and kind of get out of the house. Okay. That said, I can't help but just love it during the week when everyone is out of the house and I can just get some work done without anyone being here interrupting. So yeah, that's equally nice. Oh, I can't decide what to put on there, to be honest. It's annoying. Let me just try a bit of doily here. That's just really weird. Possibly is a little bit on the weird side, but hang on. Just try it like that. My sisters have been on holiday. They're coming back today. Oh, excuse me, I just had to finish that off and get it out of the way. Yeah, they're coming back today, so I hope that they've had a nice time. I think I maybe mentioned it on my mass making, but they went to, I think they went to Tenerife. And obviously, yeah, they've been posting pictures of their holiday. It looks like they're having a lovely time. The weather looks very, very nice, I must say. So they've been very lucky. I mean, I know it is kind of, you know, it's a nice destination, isn't it? You know, because it stays nicer for longer. But I guess it's not a guaranteed destination, is it? So they've been very lucky with the weather, I think it looks anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what temperatures obviously it's been. They didn't kind of say, but I mean, every photo has looked lovely and sunny. And they've been, you know, out around by the pool and things like that. So they went with, you know, my sister's husband. So my older sister and her husband, and actually all of her children who are all grown up and moved out, and their partners and things. And then my younger sister and her two sons. So yeah, she's got two sons, roughly the same ages actually as my youngest and my eldest. So they're kind of like 8 and 18. 8 and, yeah, 8 and 19, I think. The time goes so quickly, you can't keep track, can you? Right, I quite like that, I think. So, yeah, it's super lacy. But, hey, we love a bit of lace, don't we? So, just going to glue that in. And actually, my fabric tack has arrived now. But it's still downstairs. I haven't brought it up, so I should just use my tacky glue. Yeah, I just need to kind of remember to actually bring it up. Normally what I generally do is I just put things on the stairs so that, you know, I spot them as I'm coming up and then I just can't forget to bring them. But for some reason I haven't done that. So yeah, it's still downstairs exactly, you know, where it was when it arrived, and I quickly opened it just to check that it was, you know, that it was that. Looks lovely, and then just going to put this little bit of trim on the side. I was going to go for black lace on here, but actually I think the black might have just overpowered it and kind of made it look a little bit swamped. So I thought I would just go for the cream lace or the ivory lace. Right. Got that there. I still can't quite decide, to be perfectly honest. Come on. Tempted to have it like that. Might just do that. So yeah, let's just put this one down here. Just kind of to the side. Okay. Yay. Oh, this has taken me forever to do this one, hasn't it? I'm so sorry. I don't know quite what's going on with me today, but... Well, to be honest, I say what's going on with me today. I'm more and more aware of what a slow crafter I am, actually. I used to think I was quite a fast crafter, but... I think very slow these days. Don't know whether I've got slower or whether I just was never as fast as I like to think. Might just put a little bit of lace up there. Just again, it was just kind of like laying around on the desk. So why not just include it here? Might be nice to just have it there. Okay, right. I've also got a black bow hanging around. So again, let's just pull that in and see how that would look. Might just put it here. It's only one of those tiny ones, so it's not going to hugely bulk it out. Okay, like that. Oh, that is absolutely scrummy, isn't it? And then inside, so of course I've got the clock here, so I could use that inside. And then what else shall I put with the clock? Oh, let's have a look. Just seeing what I've got kind of again just laying about on the desk. So let's just have a look here. Got my faux stamped pieces. I've got some scrapbook paper that I've been using for something else. So I could kind of have a bit of that, I guess, going in there. Let's just tear that down. Actually, I'm just going to tear that right away. And again off this side. Okay. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? Or I could put it up, I guess, on that edge. No, I'm going to have it in the other way, I think. So again, just quickly pop this down. You know, I mean, I'm literally just reaching for things that I've got laying about here. I'm really trying my best not to overthink it. I know, not that you would know that, because it feels like it's taken me a long time. So yeah, clearly I'm not quite achieving the not overthinking, but okay. Yeah, okay. So love that. Okie dokie, and then don't know whether to have anything else in there. I could just have a little bit of lace, I suppose, going across. Let me just see. I've got this white lace. I know we've used ivory on the outside, but does that matter? Kind of quite nice having the, you know, a different one inside, isn't it? We don't have to be like really boring and just use, because we've used white ivory on the outside, we don't have to be really boring, do we, and use it on the inside. It's kind of nice to mix it up. Oh my goodness, have I got this up the right way or the wrong way? Yeah, let's get that one down there. And then just cut that down. Like that. Oh, I love how that looks. And it's really heavy. It feels really heavy because it's got a lot of lace now on it. So it's got that lovely feel. Well, I mean, you know, not saying everybody loves that heavy feel, but I think that's really nice, to be honest. Okay, let's see what else we might like to have on here. So I've got this little half a frame. So we could have something like that. I like to put things in the middle generally, you know, like as if it is the address portion. So I'm just having a quick look around to see if I've got anything, again, just loitering around, you know, that I could use like an address piece, because, you know, then that just sort of seems to make sense, doesn't it, to have it like, you know, conventionally as it would be or should be. Right, let me pull in some bits from my ephemera box. That's not too bad. I know it has got all that lilac, but I'm thinking I could maybe cover that up with something. Not because I don't like it, but because obviously it doesn't particularly go with what, you know, what is going on over there on the other side. So yeah, let's just have a look and see what we do to cover it up. Oh. I might struggle to cover it up, to be honest, because there's quite a lot of it. Let's just quickly cut this frame out. Oh, I've just had my my smoothie for my breakfast. You know, still trying to be super healthy, having my smoothies for breakfast, and I had no bananas, so I've had to make it with apples. Well, you know, which is fine. It tasted, you know, it tasted fine. It tasted quite nice. But I am aware that I'm just going to be really hungry kind of really quickly, because of course apples are not, you know, they're not overly filling, are they, compared to bananas. You know, I don't think they are that filling, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm going to be really hungry really soon. And that's just very annoying, isn't it, when you're then hungry quite quickly after breakfast. Oh, this is so annoying. I mean, unless I don't have that piece, but, you know, I just think actually that piece is quite nice on there. It's just a shame about all the purple flowers. So let's just have a look and see. I mean, I know this is a bit frame on frame, which again, is a little bit strange, isn't it? Right, hold on a second. I've got some scrapbook paper here that might just do the trick. Oops. And again, this is just all here from what I have been working on ready for Christmas. So, you know, it's just like overspills of things. Okay, just take this down. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh. I know that's like double frame, which again, slightly on the strange side, but maybe I could get away with it. Let me just see how it would look with this kind of coming out on top of there. I don't mind how that looks, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. I know it's, whoops, forgot I had that frame under there. I know it's a little bit weird, but it now. Oh, I'm doing abysmally now. I don't know what the time is. Let me have a look. Oh, 18 minutes. Oh my gosh, that literally means I've got like 15 minutes left. So yeah, judging by the fact that this one has taken me 18 minutes, my hopes aren't high for, you know, achieving a great deal, to be honest. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh. Right, put this one down here. Then this one obviously on top. Like that, okay. And then I'm just going to have this frame here. So like I say, I know that is kind of a bit strange, frame and, you know, frame on frame, but I actually think it looks okay. You know, although it's weird, I think it's weird, but working. Weird, but looking all right. So yeah, let's just quickly see if I need some lace here. Maybe that side. No, that side. Yay! Right, okay. Under or over? Over. Right. Okay, let's get this one down. Okay. Like that. And then just pop this one down there. Okay, so again, I mean, I just put the glue kind of more or less, you know, where those flowers are, because that's like a solid-y type bit. Oh dear, that took a long time, didn't it? But my goodness, that is such a scrumptious envelope. It feels gorgeous. It's really heavy and really just, oh, yummy. Right, okay, let me grab in another one and try and be a little bit quicker, a bit less rubbish. Right, shall we do one that's kind of a colour this time? So shall we do this blue one? So again, I'm going to take my big corner punch and just round those corners. So this paper is from the Christmas kit. As I say, I have got, you know, a whole series now of videos coming out working with the Christmas kit. Hopefully they will come out within the next day or two. I just need to upload them and make sure they're all kind of uploaded and things. So yeah, but it may even be that they're up tomorrow. I'm not sure. Well, not they, but you know, the first one. But I've done a whole project, which, oh my goodness, it's such a lot of fun doing, and I'm so pleased with how it's turned out. So yeah, I really hope that you guys like what I've done when, you know, even when you choose to watch it. Right, no, I thought that purple was going to look gorgeous, but actually it doesn't really. Let's try the brown. I always love brown and blue together. I'm not saying this is going to be the thing that works, but I do generally like brown and blue together, so we'll see. We'll see if it works or not. I'm not so sure now. Yeah, maybe that's not quite the right piece. Got obviously that black texty paper. Do we think I'm just making this look really dark and just awful? Let's just tear this down here. Oops. I don't know. Right, let me just pull in again some bits of ephemera and things from beside me. I have this. Let me just ink this one up. Still loving that walnut stain. Been using it for ages now. Absolutely ages. And mainly just because it was a really juicy ink pad and it's still got so much ink left in it. You know, I don't know whether this was just like a one-off, but honestly, it's lasted so brilliantly. It could be because it's an oxide, and normally I would just buy the Distress ink pads instead of the Distress oxide. So maybe that's why. I don't know, but my goodness, it has been absolutely brilliant. You know, it just seems to be going on and on and on. So really chuffed with it. It's been really, really good value. Yeah, like I said, I don't know whether it's because it's Distress Oxide, but I'm feeling like definitely I'm going to buy the oxide again next time, even if it is in the vintage photo, just to see whether the Distress Oxide actually lasts a lot longer than the ink, or whether this was just like a one-off. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've been really, really fortunate. You know, because otherwise I just think we go through so much of the ink, and I seemed like I was forever buying it. And to be honest, although it's, you know, it's not really expensive or anything, it does mount up, doesn't it, when you have to replace it quite frequently. So, and I did buy some of the re-inker, you know, to try and actually save a bit of money and re-ink, but I wasn't that thrilled with the re-inker, I've got to be honest. You know, so yeah, whether or not I was just doing it not quite right, I'm not sure, but right, okay. So let's have a look and just see. So I've got that, and again, I'm just going to use that same ivory lace. I know it's really boring, but you know, these are just the pieces that I happen to have near me. And whoops, to be honest, it just saves me rummaging around looking for other things. You know, and obviously that's hopefully kind of a bit more interesting for you guys, because it would just be really boring watching me, you know, or even worse, not watching me, because I'm just hunting around behind me. So yeah, I'm just kind of pulling in the same old bits. Okay, I think I'll have the lace running over it rather than under it. So let's just put this one down. Okay. Yeah, that looks really nice, doesn't it? And then, to be honest, I might as well do one for the other side out of those same kind of pieces, because then, you know, I've got that continuity going on front to back, which I always think is good to have. So, yeah, let's just ink this up. You know, it's nice and grungy, or, you know, the other one is looking nice and grungy, so I'm just going to try and make this look equally as grungy, really. Not quite as grungy. Oh my goodness, look at how wonky I have glued that on. What is going on? Oh dear. My eyes are not very straight today, obviously. Oh, that was appalling, wasn't it? Terrible job I made of that. Right, let's just glue the lace here. Okay, and again, you know, it's not going right the way even across. It's just kind of more one-sided. I think that looks really pretty. I didn't want it looking too, you know, too perfect, like I've kind of spent ages. I just wanted it a little bit more, yeah, more eclectic. I really wanted to have this, but to be honest, I don't think it really is looking right on there. So, you know, it's better to just give up, isn't it, sometimes, than force something that then is not going to quite work. So yeah, right, give up on that. Right, let me just have a quick look. Got my little ephemera pieces, so let's just see what I've got that we could have with this. Oops, I've got a postage stamp. I'm going very blue here. It might be kind of an overdose of blue. Not sure. Yeah, I might just have a bit too much blue going on now. But we'll see. Get some lace out of there because it's just floating around. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, there we go. Oh, do you know, I'm going to just take those bits off. I hate those butterflies with that long thing. They just look really strange. Right. Oh, I've also got this blue butterfly. I'm just going to pull that one in. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we could try some flowers, I guess. Let's just pull these in. Hold on. Right, okay. Right. Let's see if we want to have... So again, just going to glue this one down, just like a pocket, just as we have on the other side as well. Like that. Do you know, for a minute, I thought that looked upside down. I thought, oh gosh, what is wrong with me? I've now stuck this on upside down. It wasn't, but yeah, it looked like it was at first. I just thought, what is going on? Sometimes there just are days like that. I find. Right. Just ink up the butterfly. It's quite nice, isn't it? And then I'm just wondering if we just have a bit of lace or something. Maybe the postage stamp kind of to the side. So let me just ink this up, just because it's quite a bright blue. You know, it didn't look quite right. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Oh, do you know, I've just glanced and spotted the time. It's already, would you believe, like 30 minutes. So I'm just going to very quickly try and finish this one, which is just pathetic, isn't it? Pathetic. Honestly, I can't remember how many Rachel did, but way more than one. So yeah, I feel really rubbish. Really rubbish. Okay, right, let's just go for this before I'm really overrunning on the time. I'm just going to have that postage stamp there. Going to just put the lace down here. Okay. Pop that there. A bit more lace up here. Like that. Yeah, like that. Right, did I ink this? Yeah, I think I did. Butterfly here. Flower, just see whether we want any other flowers. I mean, it's probably a bit weird, but I wouldn't have minded some more of these ivory ones, to be honest. So, oops. Let's just get this one. Glue that one down. And I'm just going to glue that butterfly down. Okay, I'm just going to see if I've got any more of those neutral flowers, because, you know, I'd probably want to stick with the same flowers, you know, rather than have like a bunch of different ones. I would prefer that they were all those kind of neutrally ones. Let's see if I've got any more. Any more? Right. Got those, and like obviously pinky. Let's just have a look. No. I've got any here. Oh, isn't this annoying sometimes when you just don't have the pieces that you want? I've got another one here. Let's see if I've got any more here. No. Right, okay. Oops, sorry, spilling this all out now everywhere. Right. Let's just put one of those out the way. Okay, put those out the way. So, let's just see. I know I'm really horribly overrunning now, but, you know, I'd rather overrun a bit and, you know, be happy with what I've done than not overrun and then just forevermore look at this and just hate it, because, you know, then I'm never going to use it, am I? So kind of better probably to spend the time achieving something, you know, that I'm semi-happy with. Just wondering whether I would have been better off having the flowers instead of the butterfly, you know. Wonder if I peel that off. Oh dear. This is the beauty of hot glue sometimes, is actually it does quite a clean peel. I mean, it has torn the paper obviously, but it does kind of do like a clean peel, if you know what I mean. I know you're probably thinking, well, that doesn't look very clean to me, but it's kind of easy to get it back off. You know, where sometimes with other glue, it's not very easy. So, you know, that's one of the other advantages I would say for using hot glue, is you can peel things off reasonably easily. And even if it leaves, you know, a mess like this, we can obviously cover that up with something. So yeah, I'm thinking kind of the flowers actually look better than the butterfly. So yeah, let's get these couple. I'm just going to glue those there like that. And actually it's great because that's going to also hold the lace in place a bit like that. And this one I think we'll just have, it's going to have it there, but actually I think that's a bit sort of too framey, if you know what I mean. So I might have it coming out of that pocket. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? I mean, that's overkill putting the hot glue on when I'm putting it here, but never mind. Like that. And then on the other side, just again for that continuity, I've got these ones. So just quickly ink these ones up. And we'll just pop these ones down just there, I think. Okay. Yay. Right, I have been abysmally slow, I have to say. So yeah, very sorry for my slow crafting there. I don't know what goes on, but yeah, somehow I just get waylaid and kind of dithering along the way, obviously. So yeah, I have not done particularly well, it's got to be said, and I can only apologise for that. But I will try and remember to link Rachel's channel below. I'm sure that you all kind of watched, you know, watch Rachel anyway. But if I don't remember, please just nudge me. You know, again, I'm not doing it deliberately. I just honestly, I get waylaid kind of doing other things in between, you know, finishing the video and then uploading. And then things just get missed. But yeah, it's definitely not intentional. So just, you know, please feel free to mention it and I can then link her. And yeah, I hope that you liked our little envelopes. Let's pull in the two, pathetic two that we finished, which yeah, is just embarrassing to be perfectly honest. And then of course the other four that we didn't finish, didn't even start, other than actually assembling the envelope. But hey, the good thing is we have got them now assembled, so we just need to decorate them. So let's pull in the other decorated one. So that's the other decorated one. I absolutely love how that's turned out. Then we've got this one, which again is gorgeous. I will probably try and dig out some more flowers like this and put them just somewhere here inside, again just for more sort of continuity, but I absolutely love how that looks. It's so pretty, isn't it? And then we've obviously got the other four that, like I say, we just didn't get round to. Sorry, I've just knocked one on the floor. So I should just show you the other three because, of course, the other one's on the floor. So we've got this one here and we have got this one, which, oh, how yummy and gorgeous does this one look. So, yeah, I hope that you like them. And thank you so much, Rachel, for putting out the brilliant idea. And, yep, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.